Radical extremism has become the bane of many societies, and the need to equip the youth with knowledge that can enable them recognize extremist organizations and their agenda is now a priority more than ever before.
How do you develop confidence as a young person?
This is because radical extremist groups have penetrated many societies in the world, and the devastating effect of their agenda can be explained by many families whose children have been recruited by these organizations. In a bid to help the youth know the groups, their agenda and the methods they use to recruit the youth, the Kenya Community Support Center held its 4th interactive forum on Refuse to be Used series at the Wesley Methodist Hall, Tononoka.
If you don't have a dream in life, you are bound to serve those who have their dreams and to help them realize their dreams.
Dr. Othman conducted the training.
If you don't know exactly what you want to become in your life, then you will always be assisting others realize their dreams. Unless you block your life to suit your own interest, it will be easy for you to be used to fulfill other people's interests. Unless you block your life with your own personal interests, you will always leave your door open to make other people use you to serve their interests.
Groups demand for secrecy, demand full loyalty, the use of 3 C's.
When do you establish that this particular organization has an agenda of radicalizing young people? What do you think could make someone understand or know that this organization is not a good organization? They normally don't want their agenda to be exposed. They don't want their agenda to be known. He said they maintain very high level of confidentiality, to an extent that some of them will even make you swear in whatever religion you believe in whichever God you believe in, that you will never tell anybody whatever you're doing with that organization. And that loyalty is based on you spending more time with them. And why do you think they do that? The organization sells the agenda to the young people. Then immediately young people go home and they hear different stories. The agenda doesn't stick to the mind. That is why they demand you to be with them. They use the principle of 3 C's. The principle of 3 C's. The first C, there is creativity. That means they look at different approaches of winning your heart, stealing your heart, grabbing your heart, dominating your heart, occupying your heart. They could use money, they could use power, they could use heaven, they could use a woman, they could use anything. That is called creativity. Second, they do it consistently. If water can make a big hole on a very hard rock, words have bigger ability to make holes in people's hearts. In people's hearts. Very big. And that is what these organizations use. Words. But they don't just tell you and they'll allow you to go. They will say it regularly, consistently, until they are sure now they have gotten you properly. Are you? The last C, I said the C of creativity, the C of consistency, and the C of commitment. They make you, they force you convince you, persuade you to make a commitment.
Accordingly, the youth can say no to the radicalizing elements if they are confident enough to first identify the groups and their agenda.
For anyone to stand up and say no to radicalization, extremism, or terrorism, you must really be a confident individual. And confidence is something that requires to be constructed. It requires to be acquired, either through natural training, that you are born confident, or through training. But what is the magic of becoming confident or not confident? Confidence comes as a result of 10 key qualities. And all these key qualities begin with the letter C. All of them, they begin with letter C. The first one is courage. You can never be confident if you're not courageous. You have to be courageous. Courage does not mean absence of fear. Courage means ability to face situations head on. The second, being confident means being creative. Number 3, being confident means maintaining consistency. Sio kuwa kigeugeu. You need to maintain consistency. You must maintain your principles. You must maintain your stand. You must maintain being firm. You are confident. Confident also comes as a result of competency. And where do you get competence? You get competencies by reading, learning, exposing yourself. For you to be competent, you must have a critical mind. Critical mind. Being able to analyze issues from your point of view. A critical minded individual. Confidence also means being constructive. Being constructive. Being constructive. You can never be a confident person and then you are destructive. Another C is common sense, which unfortunately is no longer as common as it sounds. Common sense. Being able to give positive criticism. And the number 10 is the word confident itself. So those are what they call the 10 C's of a confident person. Even when things are hard, you don't accept other people to use you. You maintain a belief system level that things are going to be fine later.
One of the reasons cited for easy recruitment of the youth into radical elements is the need to fill the voids created by idleness that is caused by lack of employment. Attendees were in agreement that what was taught happens in their areas and said that they look out for extremists while at the same time use the knowledge gained to better their lives.
Kwa majina naitwa Kasim Juma, mkazi wa Likoni katika kikundi Youth Empowerment Project in brackets YEP.
My name is Kasim Juma from Likoni. Well, Likoni happens to be a hotspot of radical and extremist groups. Youth in this area are usually recruited by agents of extremist movements through lectures and talks. Some are influenced through youth bases and during football matches, just to mention a few. With this information and what I've learned from previous interactions with the Kataa Kutumiwa project, I will definitely be able to impact some change in my community.
Kwa majina kamili naitwa Fathia Khalid kutoka Ireland. Kwa mafunzo ya leo tumejifunza kuhusu self confident,
My name's Afathia Khalid from Mombasa Island. Today's training is a big eye-opener because it has sensitized on how to improve my self-esteem or confidence. I will therefore discuss what we learned with my colleagues during group discussions to ensure this information is cascaded to the grassroots.
Kwa mayouth, nitawaelezea mayouth wenzangu na wakina mama watawaelezea vijana wao.
Kwa majina naitwa Shufashe kutoka Kisauni constituency.
I'm Shufashi from Kisauni. I can say that we have learned a lot from Kekoske through the Kata Kutumiwa project. For example, it has clearly emerged that an idle youth can easily fall prey to radicalizers. This is therefore a wake-up call to young people, me included, to engage in meaningful activities and share experiences and ideas through networking.
Pamoja na tudumishe amani katika pande zote nchini.